Never lost a staring contest before, but this guy may get me. Maybe. Mother, fathers, sons, and daughters, what's up? It's your boy Living Wasteland, and today in this video, we're going to be covering a beginner's basic guide for Ghost Hunters Core. I'm very excited to be sharing with you guys. We're going to be going through a couple things. First and foremost, how to identify the ghost and figure out which ghost it is. Second, we're going to be talking about the evidences, how to gather the evidence, how to use the equipment, the whole 9 yards in that. Thirdly, we're going to be covering how to properly and safely exorcise the ghost as pretty much as safe as possible, if there is that at all. And then fourth and final, we're going to go ahead and cover some different ways to make some extra cash after you've exorcised the ghost. There's different things you can do while you're exercising the ghost, the whole 9 yards. But we'll get into it in just a second. I'm going to be playing this a lot on my Twitch stream. The link is going to be down in the description below. So if you guys have any questions, feel free to hop in live. Come check it out. There also are going to be time codes down below in the video. So if you guys have certain spots you guys want to jump to, or if you guys want to come back and just rewatch a certain spot, anything like that, feel free to. First and foremost, we're going to talk about the ghosts, how to identify them. Without further ado, let's get into it. If you're first loading into the game, this is your very first time, I'm going to show you real quick. There is a training area where you can do tutorial stuff all throughout here. It shows you all the different equipment, kind of how to use it, how to decipher some certain things. So this is a very good area if you're first starting out to go and check different things out. Look, apparently I'm saying stuff on the wall. But this is a very good place if you guys want to check out some basic tutorial stuff. There also is a tutorial in here. So if you press escape on the keyboard, it's going to pull up. You're going to need to use this menu a lot. But the tutorial page, you can kind of go through this. So that's some basic stuff. I'm going to show you guys more gameplay-ish. How to kind of, like, I'm going to show you guys how to do it in gameplay-wise. So that's the goal. But if you're just starting out and you don't know what to do yet, you come to this board here. I'm only level 9. I've played it a decent amount enough. I've watched a ton of content on this game. So I know the basics, right? And that's what I'm teaching you guys. Just the basics. How to survive. How to exercise a ghost. So first thing you're going to do is go up here, grab a list of contracts. I like USA Lost House for especially your first couple times. The Pianist Manor is kind of a bigger map. And then the Samuel Fort is a lot of fun, but that one's really hard too. So I normally start with the Lost House. There is simple investigations. There's a paranormal, which is a medium level. I don't even have access to those yet. I'm guessing it's probably at level 10 or something like that. And then there's the extreme ghost hunting. So I'm going to start out on the simple. We're going to go Lost House. And then once you got this selected, you just run into the van here, the Winnebago, whatever you want to call it. I'll probably call it a van for most of this. And then we'll head straight on in. And once we get in here, I'm going to go ahead and go through the ghost types real fast for you. I'm going to show you guys kind of how to decipher what the ghost is. We're going to go through the book real fast and kind of check some of that out. So let's get right into it. All right, we just loaded in the first little map. This is not like, if you're comparing this at all to Phasmophobia, this is not like Phasmophobia in the sense of like you have to open the door for the ghost to start doing activity. The ghost can start doing stuff right away. Turning on lights, opening doors, throwing stuff, all kinds of stuff like that. So first and foremost, one of your most important first steps is going to be finding out what the ghost is in game. So the goal is to go through your journal here. So if you click escape under your Ghostpedia, okay, this is where you're going to put all of your different evidences you get. And on simple, I think it's only 2 to 3 evidences. Paranormal, I think it's 3 to 4 or 4 to 5. I think it's 3 to 4. Extreme is 4 to 5. So I'm only going to be getting probably 2 to 3 different evidences, but I'll try to show you guys in general just how to use all the equipment anyway. So first and foremost, you're going to have your category here for ghosts. We're going to go ahead and go to the Poltergeist. You can go more in depth with these if you guys want to read them, but I'll give you guys a basic, quick, little easy example of like how to identify the ghost right away. So Poltergeist, they're going to be a ghost. That and the demon are going to both like not have any visual clues to them, to what they look like or anything like that. So you'll have to go kind of somewhat off behavior. The Poltergeist is not like when you move items, stuff like that. So if you're moving items around it, it'll start hunting and get kind of pissed off. I'll show you guys how to like rule out between Polter and Demon. Ruling out the Polter and Demon becomes a little bit easier when you use the Spirit Box because the Demon will give you a laugh and stuff like that most of the time. So there's that one. Shadow category. This ghost is going to be completely black. It's a black figure. It's going to be shrouded in darkness. So pretty easy to tell, straightforward. Revenant is always going to be crawling. So if you have a ghost that's always crawling, all the ghosts can crawl at times. But if you have a ghost that is always crawling, it's probably most likely a Revenant. Demon category, this and the Poltergeist are the hardest to tell apart sometimes. But if you use a Spirit Box right away, which is what I normally do when I go in, if you use a Spirit Box right away, most of the time the demon will laugh at your impending, what is it right here? The demon can laugh at your impending death. So the demon is going to be laughing at you, and that's how you can most of the time tell it. And then last and not least, of course, is the child category. Most of the time, this ghost is going to be a little bit smaller. I've noticed that they have a little bit more of a white complexion to them, like a little more glowy sometimes, and sometimes it'll look like they're wearing a mask. So pretty straightforward. In the next segment of the video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to identify the ghost right away. That's going to be one of your first things you want to do, and then we'll focus on getting evidence. So let's hop right into it. All right, when you start in the truck, you have all of these items. If you're on the simple and paranormal, if you're on extreme, you have to bring your own items in. But I normally start with a flashlight. I normally bring in the camera that you set down on the ground to see where the ghost is. And then I normally bring in an EMF, or not EMF, the spirit box. I normally bring the spirit box. So the reason I bring the spirit box is to rule out whether it's demon or a poltergeist if you have that. And most of the time, too, the ghosts are pretty good about talking right away. So I grab the flashlight. You right-click to turn it on, of course. You can click R, and it's going to switch it to your left hand. And then you can carry 2 more items with you. So I take in the camera here, and then I'll take in the spirit box, and then we'll head straight in. It's already got a light on in here, so I'm guessing it's going to be somewhere this way in general. But what I like to do normally is I'll walk right in. I take my camera. I'll normally just throw that down, and then you can... Spirit, can you speak? Spirit, speak to us. Spirit, talk to us. Spirit, can you speak? I don't know what the freak that was. I normally leave my items in the house. That's my plan. So I wasn't getting anything in terms of... I normally close the door behind me too, because it can come out and bang on the door. So normally I'm listening for a demon laugh. That's what I try to do. But what I also like to do is turn on this camera. And a lot of times you'll end up seeing the ghost. The ghost in this tends to come at you right away, just in general. So unlike Phasmophobia, where there's a room that the ghost haunts and you have to find the room and the ghost will be active near that room, this ghost will be active all over. So what I like to do is set up a camera, and you can kind of see if the ghost is around. Because what you're wanting to try to do is figure out what the ghost is for the reason of filling it in your journal, but also knowing how to protect yourself. Because the crucifix, as well as the statue Mary, they both protect against different ghosts. So you want to know what you need to go in with protection-wise. So that's the goal. So we got nothing here. So what I'll probably do right away is you can kind of like foolproof your way just a little bit. I'll show you guys this. So you guys can pick up the Mary and the crucifix right away. And you guys can just put this at the front door. Why is my light not working? Hold on. So you guys can put these at the front door. Just like this. And just like this. So I threw both of those. So those will just be protections to make it not come outside. But once we find out which one we need to use, then we'll use that. So let's see if that enticed the ghost to come forward at all. Still not seeing anything, so we can go ahead and bring other evidences in. One other thing you can do to find the ghost a little bit quicker as well is if you grab the camera, and what I'll do right away is take in a book, and then I'll show you guys how to use that in a second. But let's take in the camera, and the camera you can see the ghost as well. So when we come in here, depending on where we are in the house... Okay, so did you guys see it? It's not showing itself anymore. Spirit, show yourself. Okay. So we know this is a shadow, and it's already going to be... where's the van? Where am I going? So we know it's a shadow. I got a picture of the ghost. That also gives you money, so you want to do that as well. So we know it's a shadow. We have no use for this camera right now. And just like that, we already got book writing too. So normally what you have to do with the book when you go in is you normally have to go in... you need to find out where the ghost normally hangs out. So normally it'll hang out, especially on this house, in front of this window, or on this window on this side. Normally it's on one of those two sides. And what it's going to do is it's going to be standing in a spot normally. So what I do is I go up to it. I'll normally have whatever protection I have, which is either a crucifix or a Mary statue. And I'll have that with me just in case. And I'll ask the ghost, can you write in my book? Can you write in my book? Stuff like that. And then if it does start hunting, I use that protection to help me get back out to the van. So we got this right away. So that was actually really easy. We did get a picture. If you look in here on your photo, we didn't get a picture of the ghost. You can tell for sure. So that is for sure. That is a shadow. So as you can tell in this photo, that is the shadow ghost. It is like shrouded in darkness, has no real features. It's all blacked out. So we know that. So there's certain items or there's certain protections that you get with the Statue Mary and with the Crucifix. So the Statue Mary prevents the Child Ghost and the Revenant, those two from not hunting, but they protect you a little bit. And the Crucifix helps with the Shadow, the Poltergeist, and the Demon. So since we know it's a Shadow, we can use and carry the Crucifix with us, which I normally will have one on me as I'm trying to get evidences. So you can carry that with you, and then if the ghost starts hunting, you can pull that out, and that will deflect the ghost a certain radius from you, and then you can get back out to the van or do whatever. And then what I recommend, I know when you're first starting, you won't have more than just the starter items, but once you buy some, the Mary statue and the Crucifix are your best friends. So make sure you buy some of those. So I already have that one at the door, and it's kind of probably already used it a little bit. So what I'm going to do right away is just grab another Crucifix, and I'll go in. And then once you get your evidences, like this, for example, I did get book, that's not writing, but it's book, I think it's symbol drawing. So I go into the Ghostpedia, we can fill it up in here. We already know that this is a shadow, so we can put that in. And then written evidence, we can do symbol, picture writing. The other one is textual, so if it's actually writes something. And then if it takes the pen out of the book, it can take the pen out of the book in the house. And most of the time that means it's going to be wall writing or wall drawing, one of those two. So you'll have to look around the house for that. So we know we've got symbol, picture writing right away. So I'll keep the Crucifix on me for protection. We also know the shadows are not going to like light, so we'll turn on the lights in there when we get inside. And then let's go ahead and get right away, let's get an EMF, and let's try to go get a reading on this thing. So you can keep the Crucifix out as protection, pretty straightforward. So I try to get a couple items in there first. I always take in, yeah, it hasn't used that up yet. Just go ahead and turn these on. It was over here, so I'm just going to turn this on. EMF 3 to 4, so we got that already. So we don't need this anymore. And we'll go ahead and head straight back out. It is on me in that corner, I think. Maybe not. So we got EMF 3 to 4. It's an easy way to get evidence there. So we'll go ahead and put this in here. It didn't go up all the way to 5, so we know it's a 3 to 4. Entity scan. So with the scanner here, what I normally do is I don't even take this in most of the time. I let the ghost come out to me. And when it's banging on the doors and stuff like that, you can get it scanned through here. So just FYI. So you can do that. We'll go in. Let's see if we can get a temperature right away. I'll show you guys a little bit how to use this. So when you turn this on, it's going to have the occult number up on top, which I'm kind of blocking with my webcam. Let me move this up for you guys. So it'll have the occult meter right there. So it'll tell you you can find occult items with this. It's really hard, I think, to kind of find the occult items. With this specifically, you need kind of the occult sniffer a little bit, but I'll show you guys about that a little bit later. And then you can see the temperature down below. So the temperature is going to be important because that's another evidence for you. So what I like to do is I'll take this in with me. Let's see if it's used up this Crucifix yet. And it has. If you see it's all grayed out, that means that Crucifix has been used up fully. So that one no longer offers protection. And the Mary, whenever it's used up fully, will turn all gray as well. So I'm looking for temperatures here. So it sounds like it's back this way again. No temp changes. Remember, I got the Crucifix on me. So just in case, I can hear it throwing stuff. So no temperature changes. Oh no. Just locked the door on me. Oh no. Oh no. This is gonna get scary as crap. And I know it's right here too. I'm checking for temperature changes. Nothing yet temperature wise. If it locks the door on you at all, this is when you need protection. Okay, I'm able to get back out. Okay. So we did not get any temperature change. So normally you would get one of two things there. I'm gonna go ahead and close this because it can come back out. So you can get one of two things there with the temperature change. You can either get the 0 temp, which is in here. So that's under temperature in your entity. You can get 0, you can get negative. So if it shows negative, you can see that as well. And those are your only two options. That's not going to be one of my evidences, clearly, because I didn't get it. And I was definitely walking around where the ghost was. You could hear it going off on the EMF. So no change in temperature. I thought I heard it coming outside. No change in temperature is actually going to be pretty straightforward there for us. So nothing too crazy there. So we still have our Crucifix for protection. This one we can go ahead and try to get inside there. I can show you guys how to use it and then how to use it outside. We did get the book writing, so we're pretty close to being at the end already for our evidences. So I'll show you guys a little bit here. Let's see, message, temperature, air. I think I might have bought one of those. So if you do have that, you can buy a thermometer and you can use this on the ghost. You can also use this from the truck too. on the ghost and get the temperature error. So I'll show you guys how to do that as well. But that's another objective. We need to film a spirit next to a camera. So somehow it hasn't walked in front of the camera yet. Maybe it's in the other room. We'll find that out. But so we got most of our evidences in there already. We've got most things gauged. I still got my protection here with the crucifix. So let's go try to get an entity scan. It hasn't technically hunted us yet. So let's get this. We can ask it to show itself. Spirit, can you show yourself? Where are you? Can you show yourself? Nothing in here. It must be upstairs. Oh. Spirit, can you show yourself? Okay, so it's down here now. Okay, we're gonna pull out the crucifix. Oh my gosh. So it's on me. It's following me out right now. The crucifix is definitely helping keep it away. So we're gonna keep the crucifix out. And then here's where I'll show you guys this part. Did it follow me out? I might have scared it away with the crucifix. So we were pointing this at the ghost when it turned the corner. We didn't get any signal. So I'm assuming we're not gonna get signal here. Let's see if we got the film a spirit next to a camera. We did not. We know it's in front though up here. If you ever need to turn off your flashlight, you can click R and switch the offhand again, and then turn it back on and off like that if you need to. So we're still not getting that part, so we'll probably have to move that camera. Which means we might have already gotten our 2 evidences. That might be the case for us already. So what we're gonna do, we've already prevented the hunt, or not prevented the hunt, but at least protected ourselves with this crucifix. So what I'm going to do is leave this crucifix here, and I will get a fresh one because it's already probably been used up a decent little amount. So I'm gonna make sure that I still have protection. If you don't have other crucifixes, you just got to use what you have, and once you're out, you just got to try not to die. Sometimes you can leave early and still get money and stuff like that, but what I do recommend is the moment you can, get more crucifixes, get more statue Marys. This one already is kind of crazy to me. So what we're gonna do, let's go back in with the signal search, and let's try to see if we can't get it to show itself or something for us. Did you guys see how fast the ghost came at me too? So that's why it's good to have the protection with you. Spirit, can you show yourself? See how fast it came at me? And it's going upstairs. So still no signal search. It showed itself. Dude, they're so fast. It's kind of crazy. So we know that this is not going to be one of the evidences, which means we're probably already done. But say the ghost followed me outside and I could get this evidence, you can leave this door open, which does mean the ghost can knock off the door. But you can use this as the ghost is out here and shine it either at its feet or sometimes right at it here, and it'll still give you signal and it'll give you the code. So kind of like that. I do need to get the message error, so I need it to chase me out here so I can show you guys how to do that part. But for the most part, that's the evidences. So out of the evidences we got to use the book, which it just wrote in the book right away. But normally you have to go near the ghost with the book. You're going to want to hold the book in your hand, and you're going to want to ask it, can you write in my book? Can you write in my book? Make sure you have protection with you, or at least if it's a Mary statue or a crucifix on the ground, just make sure you're within the vicinity of it, that you can be safe if the ghost tries to attack. So that's the goal a little bit there. So make sure you have that. So that's kind of the way the book works. You have the temperature, which is on the ME, on the Mel. I took that inside so you guys can see the temperature. If you get up close to where the ghost is, the temperature should change if that's going to be one of your evidences. So you have that one. EMF we got pretty easy. EMF's pretty easy to get in this game. It's not too bad. Entity scan is the one that I was using here. So you can, if that's one of the evidences, it'll scan up with the amount, and then you'll be able to, at the end, once it's fully done scanning, it'll give you a code that you can insert. And then audio proof is when you try to get it to talk to you. We might have to try that one again because it didn't really say anything. So we might try the audio proof one more time just to make sure, and then we'll go through the exorcism list and do that. So what I'm gonna do, let's go ahead and go move this camera in here. I got the crucifix on me. So let's move this camera. Once again, always going with protection. Holding this now. Okay, he's coming at me. Back, 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 back. So now he's actually following me out. So we can try to get the temperature air out here. So he's going to start knocking on the door here. So I got the error. You saw that. So that gives me this one here. Perfect. We're good on that. Let's pick back up our crucifix. I might be able to. I think I filmed it, actually. I did get the filming, too. I don't know if holding the camera helped me get the filming there. But we did get the filming as well. So now let's go try the spirit box one more time. I think this crucifix should be okay to use. So we're going to try to get it to talk one more time if we can. It's getting more aggressive. Spirit, can you talk to us? Can you say something? Spirit, talk to us. Spirit, talk to us. Can you say something? Okay. So they don't normally take that long to talk. So just a little bit of attempting with the spirit box isn't a bad idea. I normally close this door behind me too, because I feel like the more often it's open when it's banging on it, you have the chance of the door being knocked off as well. So that's it. So that's how you use the evidences. You gather the evidence. The goal is with any evidence, okay, make sure you have protection. If it's a Revenant or if it's a child, it's a lot harder because you have the Mary statue. And what I like to do with that, so say for example here, the crucifix you can hold and you can just swap to it, right? And then you're okay. With the Mary statue, this one's harder because in your hand, it does not protect you. So what I like to do with this one is if I'm in a certain area, you can just click F and drop it at your feet. And then you have a little area of protection around you. If the ghost is chasing you and you have this on you, you can be running and click F and it'll drop behind you. So that'll also protect you. So that's kind of the way to use the Mary, is you can't just have it in your hand. You have to drop it, but it's an easy drop. It's an easy swap to it. Say you got something else, you're trying to get evidence, the ghost is coming, you just drop it like that. And then that creates a barrier. You have a chance to run or go to a different room, close a door, do different stuff like that. You can also, if the ghost is kind of like being persistent, but it's getting pushed back, you can take this, move back further, keep dropping it. You can do that kind of thing. And then of course, with any of them, make sure you're switching out your crucifixes, make sure you're switching out your Marys as you're able to. So that's how to get the evidences. So I hope that helped you guys. And then we're going to go into on the next part of this video is we're going to go into the fun part of the game and the scariest part of the game, exorcising the ghost. So I'll show you guys how to do that in just 1 second. Hey, before we get into exorcising the ghost, I just want to say if you guys are liking the video, if you guys are enjoying the content, make sure you guys like the video. And if you guys haven't subscribed yet and you guys are new here, so consider subscribing if you guys want to get notified of future content. That's the plan. And then also comment down below if you guys have any questions that I haven't answered or any crazy stuff that happened. Let me know what level you guys are. You know, I've only been playing this for a good little bit and I'm enjoying the freak out of it. So I love it. It's kind of quirky here and there. It's like that, but it's awesome. So yeah, if you guys like the video, if you guys want to subscribe, feel free to do that. But before further ado, let's get into exorcising the ghost. Let's go. All right. Under cover of darkness. Now this is the fun part. You can hear it going off on the EMF right away. I've got all my items all scattered in there. I will say this real fast when you're exercising. If you cannot exercise the ghost, if you leave items outside the Winnebago or the van, whatever you want to call it, if you leave items outside of there, you will lose them if you brought your own items in. So say example, I brought in crucifixes, but I left them in the house. I would lose those because I didn't exercise the ghost. So what we do, once you have your evidences in your book, you're going to go in here. I say book. You're going to click here, go to your Ghostpedia. So we got EMF 3 to 4, symbol picture writing. Those are the two we've got. We're going to print our exorcism, and it's going to give us a list of different things to do. So sometimes this list is short, sometimes it's long, sometimes they're easy to do, sometimes they're hard to do. So on this one, we have to use salt crystal. We have to throw holy water, and we have to do a flash close to the entity. So quick little tips here. The salt crystal is one that's going to be super easy to do. So what we'll do is just leave that at the door, because when the ghost gets pissed off at us, it'll have to walk through the door, and most of the time you'll get that one. So that one, the tiger's eye, any of those that are something that you want the ghost to walk over, it's good to put them in an entranceway, doorway, like any of that stuff where the ghost normally is haunting, and you can get him to walk through that. So it's pretty straightforward. Holy water you can do inside the house if you want to. If you want to get the ghost to come at you, you can do that in the house and then just throw it at it when it gets close. You can do that, or you can even do it from the van, which is what I'll probably try to show you guys because it's kind of the easier way, the little bit safer way-ish to do it. And then the flash is super easy too. So the flash, you just got to let the ghost come towards you. You pull out your camera, flash it real quick, and then you're on your way. So that's what we got here. So we're going to do the salt first. So I'm going to get this set out. My crucifix is somewhere, but I'll just buy a new one because I've already been using that one. So like I said, keep on cycling through these. So I'll grab my crucifix here. It closed the door on me. What a punk. What a punk. So what we're going to do is go ahead and open this baby up. I got my crucifix out. We're just going to throw the salt here in the doorway because we know the ghost is going to have to come through the doorway. I normally try to put it somewhat center. It's not that big of a deal. Sometimes I can kind of go around it a little bit. So we got that one right away. So that one's easy to go. All right. And then we have a flash camera. So we're going to need to get it to flash. And then we also have holy water. So holy water we can do in here. You get 2 of those for free. So let's go try to antagonize the ghost here. We'll just hold the crucifix to protect ourselves. Spirit, where are you? Spirit, show yourself. Got a photo of it real fast, okay? Nice and easy. So now let's keep the crucifix out. Spirit, show yourself. Spirit, come hunt me. Spirit. Spirit, come on. I'm actually going to put away the crucifix. So it was on me. Did you guys see that? It was on me somewhere. Probably on the roof above me or behind me. It was right on me there. So the moment I switched to away from my crucifix, it came in for the attack and got hit by the salt. Okay, so now all we have left here, so after that part's done, we just have holy water. So let me go through real quick. So incense sticks, that's another exorcism thing. I won't be able to show you technically on this one, but the way the essence stick works is, let me try to put this down without breaking it. So the way the essence stick works is pretty much when the ghost is coming at you, you right click to light it. And when you light it, you just walk towards the ghost most of the time. Unless they're on the ceiling, it's kind of a little bit harder, but you walk towards the ghost and most of the time you'll get it. Your screen might get a little bit wobbly, but as long as this is what you're actually supposed to be doing, it should exorcise the ghost pretty easily. So that's the essence stick there. You have the tiger's eye. It's going to be the same way as the salt. You're going to throw it in the doorway like I did earlier with the salt. Pretty straightforward. Nothing too hard about that. Neutrino gun. This one's going to be pretty straightforward. If you need to use the neutrino gun on the ghost, you can do it while it's even outside banging on the door. You can pop around outside and hit it real fast. So that's easy to do. It's easy to do in the house. Neutrino gun is nice and simple. And then here's the exorcism book. You can buy an exorcism book, and I don't think they're too expensive, but you can buy one and it'll have a light in it, so you don't have to have the light. This one is a good one if you have this in general to get the ghost like to come at you for different things anyway, because the moment you start reading this off in the house, the ghost is always going to hunt. So most of the time, like, people will carry this. They'll have a crucifix below them or a Mary below them. They'll start reading this, switch to a camera, take a picture. Start reading this, they have salt or whatever, they back up, the ghost hits the salt. So that one's actually a really good way to prod the ghost to do stuff in general. So that's that one, pretty straightforward. Make sure you got protection with you on that one, whether it's in your hand or on the floor. Most of the time the floor is better because then you can actually read the whole passage. And I've noticed that you only really have to read to the let your soul return to the earth, let your body return to the dust. So that part there, that might have already pissed it off too. So most of the time you don't have to read the bottom line. Most of the time it'll already do its thing by then. So pretty straightforward, not too bad. And then I don't think there's any more exorcisms technically, except for there is one really hard one with the Revenant. So the Revenant has a really hard... I always think I can hear footsteps. The Revenant has a really hard one where you have to go find an occult item inside, which you can use the MEL for that. You go in, it'll give you a cult meter. You can pick one of the items up. Just make sure you take protection with you. And you can bring that out to the van and shoot it with an intruder gun. And most of the time that works too. So you have to neutralize that one. That one's a really hard one if you get the Revenant. But it's not too bad as long as you're being safe. So that's kind of the exorcisms. And then we're going to get the holy water here. So let's grab one of these here. I knew that was going to happen. Let's grab one of these here. And what we can do is just keep this out with us. I might show you guys how to do it from the truck, because that might be able to show you guys a little bit easier. Spirit, come to me. Spirit, where are you? You can kind of hear it. Spirit, where are you? So I wanted to get angry at me. Come to me. That's not my door, right? Show yourself. It's opening that door. Show yourself, Spirit. Spirit, show yourself. Spirit. You can go inside too. You don't have to be so scared like I am. Where are you, Spirit? Spirit, come to me. Show yourself. Okay, so it's here, right? And it's technically hunting, but it can't get close to me because of the crucifix. Oh, so that didn't work. So I'll see if I can get it to follow me out. So I tried to throw it. As you guys saw that, chat, I missed. I said chat, sorry. I'm used to streaming. So now I can come out here. Where's it at? Right here outside. Notice how I threw that and it broke? Okay, here's the issue we're having here. So I completed all the steps. We've gotten salt, we've gotten holy water, we've gotten a flash. But as you guys saw, it was just a colorful plume of smoke, right? It was just colorful. It didn't give me a little white bulb of like light that kind of shines. That means you exorcise the ghost. So there's some type of evidence we've missed. So we can make the assumption that if we come out of here, entity scan, we can try that one again. I don't think it's that, but we can try that one again and see. I'm going to assume it's audio proof and it hasn't given me any audio. And it could be a temperature, but we're going to have to go inside to test those. Let's change out our crucifix. And this is where it's kind of fun. You have to figure out what you're doing. You have to try to like get it, get everything working properly. We can take this in with us. I doubt this is going to be it, but let's try. Let's just turn this on and we can drop it in front of us and see if it gives us any readings. And then let's grab this. Spirit, can you speak? Spirit, talk to us. Spirit, can you speak? That may have been voices in the house. Let's try to see if we can get a temperature change. We can guess maybe that's voices in the house. Spirit, show yourself. I don't like that it's closing doors. Spirit, show yourself. Okay, no temperature change there. If you guys saw that, no temperature change. So we're gonna go back outside. Just close the door behind us. It's gonna bang on here for a little bit. I'm not getting any temperature change here still, so I'm gonna rule out completely temperature change. We can go check the entity scanner here in a little bit and see if it picked up any scans as it was walking by. If not, I'm guessing it's gonna be voices in the house. But that was a pretty faint voice, so I didn't want to call that right away. If it is that, let's see. Voices in the house, that's gonna make us do the exorcism book. Okay, so let's take that in with us. Let's actually use the bot one so I can show you guys the light. The exorcism book is here. And I'll show you guys how to use that one. So this one, if you buy it, when you open it up, it's got a light inside. So even if you're in the dark, you can still read it and see it. So it's kind of cool. Pretty straightforward. Okay, so let's head back in. Let's see if we got any more scans on this. No scans at all. You see it's still 0%. So what I'm going to do is drop the crucifix here for safety. I'm going to read this. You who haunt this place, in the name of the Lord, I command you go back where you came from. Let your soul return to earth. Let your body return to dust. So you see this? So it was voices in the house. When this pops up, you're going to hear the house get silent. Nice and easy. You successfully completed an exorcism. Good job. You're on that part. Now in the next part of the video, I'm going to show you guys how to get a little bit of extra money if there's any way that you can. And I'll show you guys really quickly how to do that. All right, let's get right into it. Okay, are you even a professional ghost hunter if you don't have all kinds of equipment thrown everywhere, all around, in every direction possible? Basically, that's what we've done. We've gotten all the objectives here, so that's the best way to make sure you get most of your money. So the hardest one to do probably of these, they're pretty all straightforward. So this one is probably the hardest, is filming it with the camera. Sometimes that can be a little bit tricky. But that one's not too bad. The temperature error is sometimes a little bit hard, but if you do it from the van like I showed, it's not too bad. So what I like to do to get a little extra cash in the game is I'll go ahead and take one of these flash cameras. I've already used one picture of that, so I'm going to buy a new one, but you do not have to do this. It's an instant camera, but you do not have to do this. You can still use that one. But what you do is now you're going to go into the house. The ghost is exorcised. You don't need protection anymore. And what you're doing is you're looking for invisible items. I'm going to go ahead and turn this off so we don't have to hear beeping the whole time. So we're looking for invisible items, and you're looking on your camera on the bottom, and then you're trying to see if there's anything invisible that you're not seeing in any of these rooms. The game can get a little framey. It is in alpha, just FYI. So if you're playing, the game can get a little framey. It's kind of a little frustrating sometimes, but it's not too bad. So this is here. This is just a door to the back. I don't think there's any occult items technically like anywhere back here. I've never actually checked outside, but I doubt there is any in there. So we're looking for any items that are invisible. Like all the chairs are there, nothing on there. So we're just looking for anything out of the ordinary. Once you learn the maps enough, you begin to know what to look for as well. So you begin to know what areas to look for, what items tend to be invisible or not, but I'll show you guys upstairs here. We'll go up. That photo's there. You can turn on lights. It's going to help a little bit. Sometimes there'll be items on here. So you see how there's little flashing orbs around? That does not mean that's where the ghost is. That means that it can be the haunting room. So what I like to do is I'll take a picture in this room. And if you go to your photos, you get the haunting origin. So this room that I'm in right now is the haunting origin. Whenever you see a room with either a pentagram, I don't think it's a pentagram after you exorcise the ghost or anything like that. But there would be a pentagram or the orbs flying around. I normally take a picture, check my book, and that most of the time is the haunting origin room, which is great because that's what you want. So that's up there. So look, right here. So you see there's a horse, there's this little thing here, but on my camera, there is something that's invisible, right? So what you can do is take out your flash camera, take a photo, and this is considered an occult item. So you take this with you. If I can grab it, it's a little finicky sometimes. But if I can grab it, we'll take this with us. Please. I'm like walking too fast and it's falling. So we can take this with you and you just want to put it in the truck. Some people just put it right in the doorway. You can put it securely in there a little bit further in the back, which is what I normally do just to make sure I don't lose any items or anything like that. But you take this item and you'll put it inside and you get, I don't know if you get a picture. Let's see. So I got it in here. Let's try to take a picture with this. Do I get more money for that? You do. A cursed object. So take a picture of the object after you flash it too. And then I'll grab another camera. You can buy another camera if you need one. I think I have one. Camera photo? Yeah. So you can use that as well to get some extra cash. And you can also find occult items while you're actually hunting the ghost with the occult sniffer or anything like that. You could run around and find items while the ghost is hunting. But if you're trying to stay safe and survive, most of the time that's not what you're trying to do. Most of the time. I mean, if you want to, you can. So that's there. Ooh, there's normally a cello here. Why did that door open? The ghost is already done. So there's normally a cello there that you can grab as well. That was kind of sketchy. Just a little bit. Both those items are up there. Nothing there. Normally there's only one invisible item that I've found. Sometimes you get lucky and get two. But I normally only find one. Just letting you guys know. Guitar is there. That's all there. So it's just a way to get a little extra money. Sometimes you can move stuff if you need to. But it's not too big of a deal. This table a lot of times have two things on it. So sometimes you can tell the chess set is there, the clock is there, chair is there. It can be something even as big as a chair that's missing. So that should be it. We've got the haunting room. You can take pictures again. It's not going to give you any more money. There's no real point in doing that. You properly exorcise the ghost, so you don't have to grab any of your items. If you didn't exorcise the ghost, you'd want to grab anything you bought that you brought in. And then that's pretty straightforward. Make sure in here in your Ghostopedia that you have your correct ghost, which you should have already done anyway. Make sure you have all your evidences, and then you're done. That's it. So that's the way to get a little bit of extra cash afterwards. If you want to grab occult items while you're hunting the ghost, you can do that. Once the ghost is exorcised, you can't use the occult sniffer anymore to find items. So you can do that while you're hunting if you want to, if you're ballsy enough. I'm not ballsy enough yet to do any of that stuff, so I'm cool with keeping with like the basic items. Once you're done with the ghost hunt, you come touch the steering wheel again, and you're good to go. Let's go back. Let's see how we did money-wise and stuff like that, and then I'll show you guys how to use the store. And then it's pretty straightforward from there. Pretty basic. So we're back here. Everything should be cleaned up. Thank you, cleaning crew who does that. I appreciate you guys. Okay, in here, evidence found. We did 3 of 3, so we got $15. I think it's $15 technically for that. We filmed the spirit, so we got all these. We got +8 for all those. If you classify even just the ghost right, say you can't exorcise the ghost, but at least you can classify, get a couple evidences and leave, you can still make money and XP for that. Exorcising gives you 50. Pictures taken, we took 2 pictures, we got 13. We collected 1 occult object, which was the invisible object. Here's our XP earned, 120, and money earned, 145 on a simple. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So that's it. I just hit level 10. Let's go. I don't know if, let's see actually, if I get new simple. I do get paranormal now. So it looks like at level 10, you unlock the paranormal level. I don't know if you unlock the extreme level at this level, but after level 10, it looks like you unlock paranormal, which is the next step up. It's more medium. The ghost is going to be more aggressive, that kind of stuff. But that's the basic guide. Hey, If you guys have any questions that I missed, anything that I wasn't super clear on, make sure to leave it down in the comment below so I know what's going on with that. And I'll just say it one last time. If you guys haven't liked the video and you guys liked the video, you enjoyed the content, make sure you like the video, please. And if you guys haven't subscribed, make sure you subscribe for future videos. Hey, if nobody has told you you're cute today, you are. Okay? Let's get back into it. We'll see you guys in the next video. We'll catch you guys next time, all right? Living Wasteland out. Peace.